Hello everyone, welcome to CNA, the daily newspaper analysis. So today we are back with the following list of topics to discuss. So let's start. The first topic says about India sends to amend India's water treaty. So recently what we have seen that India sends notice to Pakistan to amend this 1960 Indus Water Treaty. So recently we have seen that some of the unsolidated disputes over Indian hydel projects, and India cited Pakistan's intransigence in resolving disputes over the Kishanganga and Rattle hydropower projects both in Jammu and Kashmir. So India protested Pakistan's unilateral decisions to approach a court of arbitration at The Hague. So Pakistan's move to push the World Bank for a court of arbitration ran counter to the pre-existing channel of dispute resolution through a neutral expert. Okay, so this decision to issue notice to Pakistan is a major step and could lead to unraveling and renegotiation of the water sharing treaty. So why is Pakistan objective to this respective agreement? So Pakistan has first raised objections to India's construction of the 330 megawatt Kishanganga hydroelectricity project. Okay, that is on the Jhelum River. And it then objected to plans to construct the 850 megawatt Rattle hydroelectric project on the Chenab River as well. And both India and Pakistan differed on whether the technical details of the hydel projects confronted with the treaty, given that the Jhelum and the Chenab were parts of the western tributaries. So therefore, today we could see that this is a type of dispute that is occurring between Delhi and Islamabad. Okay, and therefore today we could see that the one of the most peaceful treaty in respective to river flow, okay, which has been brokered on by World Bank. So today this could directly see that the PM's intervention on such number of issues is a very regulated approach towards the countering Pakistan's advocacy towards Chinese concern. So the role of India as a responsible upper riparian abiding by the provisions of the treaty has been made remarkable. However, India needs to rethink or renegotiate this treaty, and just like after water affects ordinary Pakistanis, so thus terrorism also affects Indians. Okay, so in that way, we could see that today some number of classes can be seen with respective to India and Pakistan with respective to Indus Water Treaty. Okay, chalo next पे आते हैं. 130 model villages along eastern border. So we could see Lieutenant General Rana Pratap Karita. Okay, so we could see that recently the commanding in chief Eastern Command, Rana Pratap Karita, said that there is a proposal of developing 130 villages in the Eastern Theatre as model villages in area along the border. He said that the initiative of model villages was announced in the last year union budget, and it's an ongoing process aimed to ensure that there is no migration from border villages in search of livelihoods. Okay, so what is basically the Vibrant Village program? So it was announced in the budget speech of 2022, and the program envisages coverage of border villages on the northern border, having sparse population, limited connectivity and infrastructures, which often get left out from the developmental gains. Okay, and what is the significance of the program? So the announcement to launch Vibrant Village program is significant in light of increasing Chinese presence along the Himalayan frontier with India. Okay, since China has also developed model villages across border areas of Bhutan and Nepal, where India has also seen some of the progress with respective to today's program, which is considered as a response of Chinese model villages. Okay, so this is all with the respective news of what? That is the Vibrant Village program. Next aate hai Cheetah project. So recently what we have seen that India has signed an agreement with South Africa to translocate 12 cheetah, 7 male and 5 female, to the Kuno Palpur National Park in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so the cheetah, which is known as the fastest land animal in the world, originates from the Sanskrit and means the spotted one. So it is the only large carnivore that went extinct in India due to overhunting and habitat loss. So today we know that we are trying to make in situ conservation of this respective species, and this big cat, which is directly coming in from regions like South Africa, where there is in plenty. So today we want to reintroduce such number of cheetahs in our country again. Okay, so therefore we have seen the return of cheetahs in the recent times. Okay, so there are various other numbers. There are various other number of this big giants, be it cheetah, be it leopards, be it jaguars. Okay, so all this respectively are very much of usefulness having in the respective biodiversity, and therefore today we have planned to bring on these 12 big cats from South Africa to this region of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so obviously this national park is also in use, so please remember this national park and its respective locations. Okay, next, rise in bird counts, that is in Kerala. So the Asian water bird census 2023 has recorded a 65% increase in water birds in Kerala's Thiruvananthapuram district. So this Asian Waterbird Census, which is a citizen science program supporting conservation and management of wetlands and waterbirds worldwide, is a part of the Global International Waterbird Census, which is coordinated by Wetland International. Okay, so therefore, it gives an idea of the birds at the wetland and the health of the wetland. The more the waterbirds, the more suitable the wetland is. And it also helps in better implementation of the Convention on Migratory Species and the Convention on Biological Diversities. Okay, so there are various number of other birds, be it the main birds which were cited during the census. Okay, so they are the birds like the Oriental darter, okay, where the IUCN status is near threatened, then cattle egret, okay, then we could see the spot-billed pelican. Okay, so all these respective birds are seen during this respective census. And therefore, we have seen that there is an increase in 65% increase in water birds, which means the wetlands are today very much of hospitable to this respective birds coming in from these other regions. Okay, next. Lastly, editorial, the moral and the intellectual crisis in economic policies. So what is the crisis of employment in India? See, job creation has not kept pace with the demand for jobs. And moreover, most jobs don't pay enough and have no social security. So the paradigm of economic growth and globalization followed by Indian government is a cause of the problem. So there is a less employment because the organized manufacturing and service sectors are also employer fewer people per unit of capital in order to improve their own labor productivity. So the Indian economy's biggest problem is the large size of its informal sector and the small scale of its enterprises. So employment in the formal sector is also becoming informal and outsourcing, contract employment and gig work. So young man needs jobs too. An increasing number of young and underemployed males are leading to more crimes and violence and sexual assaults of women in Indian cities. So as per economists, more women in the workforce will lead to faster growth. And the distorted view of the economy ignores reality. So more Indian women has been working outside their homes to earn money than in any other country, perhaps. Okay, so therefore, they are being pulled into some of the limited jobs provided by the formal economy. So pushing more women into the formal economy will improve the female participation rate in the formal economy and may aid to the GDP too. So what is the way forward for this economic policy? See, growth of GDP is not the purpose of human civilization. India's leaders must find a path to reach Purna Swaraj, which is related to social, political, and economical freedom for all Indians. So therefore, economic growth must create equal opportunities for all to learn and earn with dignity and not harm the natural environment that sustains all life. So therefore, a new paradigm of economic science and policy is required, which is very much important today because India today is having the G20 presidency, and we can see that by the time period of September, October, we could see that all the leaders of the world will visit this country, so that at that point of time, if we can increase our economical growth as well as the GDP, as well as the employability conditions, then obviously we will shine higher in the respective world. Okay, so that is all with the respective editorial context. Okay, so we have these 5 narrow MCQs. Please do attempt these MCQs and do join our Telegram and WhatsApp channel for further updates. So that's all of today. Thank you and Jai Hind.